Hey guys, Nerd King 101 here, and welcome to the first episode of the Talk No Jutsu Podcast, named after the most powerful jutsu in all of Naruto. Naruto's ability to use talking to turn any enemy into an ally. I am joined by my friend Kyle, and we are going to be talking about One Punch Man Season 2.
Quick question. Is Talk No Jutsu just, like, mind control?
No, Talk No Jutsu isn't really anything. It's not even an attack.
It's just plot armor. Got it.
It's a joke. Because the whole thing with Talk No Jutsu, in the theory, is that Naruto convinced people. He just convinced them through dialogue with them to change and be good people and be on his side. He changes their viewpoint through basically debate. Almost kind of like a politician, which is kind of fitting considering he becomes a politician.
Power of friendship.
Yeah, no, but the thing is that it's not actually mind control. It's a joke. Because it works on everybody. Even if you're a terrorist that has killed billions of people, Naruto can make you a good person by talking. It's really
I'm assuming that absolves them of any crime, right?
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, Sasuke got away with it. But then again, Sasuke is a god. And let's be honest, Naruto said no. And no one else can really enforce any punishment on Sasuke besides for Naruto.
I mean, yeah, that's true. When you're the strongest person in your universe, you can't really do anything about being told no. You can do anything you want about being told no.
Yeah, unless Naruto decides he wants to put Sasuke in jail, unless Sasuke decides to go put himself in jail, or Naruto wants him in jail, he's not going to jail.
They're boyfriend and girlfriend, so it's the same thing, really.
Yeah, I mean, we all know Naruto loves Sasuke.
Anyway.
But you guys are all probably getting annoyed. So, before we get into that, I do want to quickly just say that it is worth noting that, yes, Yonko Production got this wrong. I know. Everyone knows he did. He made one mistake. It's over. Get over it. Leave him alone.
Who's that?
Yonko Productions is the guy that he does all the leaks. He does all the translations. He's a translator. He does a lot of anime news. He releases it all on Twitter. Gotcha. And he's like getting a tremendous amount of hate because he got one thing wrong and said this was coming out in 2020.
But that's stupid.
I know, he's been right about everything for the past like 4 years, and he did one thing wrong and everybody hates him now. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Leave the man alone. But, so who is doing them and who is doing it again?
JC Staff is now doing One Punch Man Season 2. They've changed over from the old studio Madhouse.
And what have they done?
Well, One Punch Man was probably one of the biggest anime of the year it came out.
Yeah, but that was Madhouse.
And they've decided to keep on most of the voice actors. Saitama, Genos, Speed of Sound Sonic, King, and Hellish Blizzard are all staying on.
It'll be interesting to see how that affects the dub.
Yeah, I'm thinking there might be some different voices for people like maybe Tatsumaki, Metal Bat. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because I don't think I'd ever like been too involved with a series that's had a problem like this, where it's changed to a different studio. And I'm assuming this new studio will be able to control the double licensing and stuff now. So yeah. I'm very interested in how that goes, whether or not Funimation, whoever does it, will rehire the same cast or have to use different people. Maybe the Japanese studio will say no to certain people. I don't know. I know that's happened before where the Japanese people have talked about the English voice actors. I think Eiichiro Oda actually did the Straw Hat. I could be wrong, though.
The closest thing to this that I can think about is what happened to Giorno Giovanna's original voice actor.
Yeah, I heard about that. It got changed, right?
He's basically been ousted. Not great.
But, there's just, for those interested, I'm just going to quickly read off of Twitter. We were reading through this earlier. Some of the other stuff that JC Staff had done. They've done Slayer. They've done Slayer next. They did Revolutionary Girl Utana, which I hear is actually really good, and I plan on watching soon. I've heard nothing but good things about it. They did Slayer Try.
They did all the Slayer stuff, basically.
Yeah, they did all the Slayer stuff. They did If I Seen You in My Dreams, which I've heard is decent.
I think they did a certain magical index, too.
Yeah, but besides for those series, I honestly have no idea what any of the rest of these things are.
Oh, really?
Like, I'm looking through the only other one I've heard of is I've heard of Best Student Council before. But the rest of them, I do not recognize.
They did Shogeki no Soma. Or Food Wars.
Food Wars I know. But aside for those, I don't see many that I'm like, they don't have very many iconic titles.
I'd say that some of these are pretty iconic, but hey, you're allowed your opinion.
I mean, not in the way One Punch Man is.
That's true.
Like, none of these have even come close to breaking into the West and becoming mainstream anime in the West.
Yeah, I'd say the closest they've gotten before One Punch Man is probably a certain magical index, or maybe Food Wars.
Food Wars, definitely, because there's a good amount of there are people in like the shonen anime community that are like, I only watch Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball, and those people like Food Wars.
What are you talking about? Food Wars is a shonen.
You know what I mean.
Sure, whatever.
Also,
but yeah.
Also, I just want to point out, shonen isn't even a genre.
It's actually a time slot, yeah.
No, it isn't. It's a demographic. That's all it is. It's a demographic.
Yeah, but the demographic watches during a specific time slot, right?
Well, no, shonen is a demographic like for anything, manga, books. It just means targeted.
I'm remembering wrong. You're right.
Anything, if it's a shonen, all it means is that it's made for young boys.
Hey, they have some films too.
Just like JoJo is made for young girls. The Maid-sama, I've heard that name before. Oh, Bakuman.
Oh yeah,
Bakuman.
Oh, they have.
Is it Bakuman the theory about the guys writing the manga? Yes, it is.
There's also things like the Slayers movies. Is it wrong to pick up a girls in a dungeon?
That I heard about. So they've written I take back what I said. They've written a couple things.
They've also seemed to be working on a Konosuba film.
Cool. Well, they haven't done. Not that they've written a couple things, but they've made a couple shows that I'm like, yeah, I've heard of, or I've tried out. But as for One Punch Man Season 2, I haven't seen many of their things, but from what I have seen from Food Wars and stuff, it looks like they have pretty solid animations, and you think they can do it? Because they need to live up to what Season 1 was, and Season 1 looked fantastic.
They have a Parappa the Rapper anime. I think they can live up to that.
I mean, do you think they can outdo, like, the Boros fight?
I hope so.
I mean, also, the Boros fight that's also manga material. Like, it really depends on what they're adapting.
Oh, yeah, about that. Spoilers for the webcomic and the manga.
Yeah, so we'll give you 5
a spoiler
seconds.
Warning.
I'm going to count to 5. If you do not
1, 2, 3,
want
4,
to be
5.
spoiled for the webcomic or the manga, leave. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5. We're good.
4, 5. Okay. Don't complain.
Yeah. If you're here still, it's your fault if you got spoiled.
Yeah, it's your fault, like, flat out.
Yeah. Anyway, so the webcomic and manga are both generally following the same story, outside of one section called Super Fight, which is a manga original, I believe.
Yeah, I believe I heard about that. That's like something that's original to the manga.
It was really fun.
Yeah, I'm actually looking up who does the manga. I'm looking that up.
Yeah.
You know?
I do not know.
I mean, I know one.
One is awesome.
We don't even know his real name. We just know that he.
No, we know his real name.
Like what?
I'll pull it up. His real name is Jung Jae-wong. I think I might have pronounced that terribly.
I did not know that. I thought he.
Wait, no, that's a rapper. God, I'm an idiot.
Oh, so the manga is done by Yusuke Muratata.
Oh, cool.
Murata. Yusuke Murata.
That is good to know.
To anybody that's interested in who does the manga's artwork, the manga is really what the anime is based on in terms of visually. Let's be honest.
Okay.
I mean, the webcomic looks good, but it's the manga.
Yeah. I mean, the manga may not have had Super Fight, but it's definitely far ahead of the God, I forgot the word already.
Webcomic?
Yeah, the webcomic's way ahead of the manga.
In terms of quality or story?
Story. It's far.
Yeah,
it's just like ahead of it.
Have the manga introduced Blast yet? I'm just waiting for them to introduce Blast so I can start reading it at some random point.
I don't know if Blast has even been introduced into the webcomic, but we see him in a flashback. That's all I remember.
I know. I saw the Tatsumaki flashback. I read that.
Yeah. Anyway.
But the reason I asked is because personally, the only thing story... One Punch Man for me doesn't work as a manga because the only thing in terms of story or character that I'm really interested in is
the identity of Blast.
Everything else I'm like, it won't be nearly as good watching it if I can't watch it with like the colors and the explosions and the animation because that's what made season 1 so good.
Yeah. Anyway, back on topic. We're saving Blast for another day. Don't worry.
Okay, we'll talk about Blast. If you guys want us to, we can talk about Blast in depth another day.
And I would love to be able to do that.
I can talk about Blast for an hour easily.
Yeah, he's a really cool concept, even without being a character yet.
Yeah, Blast is so cool.
But yeah. So, will they adapt the manga or the webcomic? You might think it's an obvious answer. The manga, right?
Probably. Because the manga is the more official thing, like it just is.
I mean, that's not exactly true. They're both by one, is technically. And the webcomic came first.
The manga is probably easier to adapt because you can look at it and you can clearly tell what's happening. I like the webcomic. I would not be able to adapt that.
I mean, they've already managed to adapt it once. Why not again?
Well, no, but I think mainly what they would do, they would cross-reference with the manga, I would assume.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be just specifically one.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a mixture of it.
It's probably gonna be a mixture, yeah. So I really hope they adapt Super Fight. That was a really fun arc for me.
I think the best way to describe it is they'll do what the Marvel when Infinity War did. The best way I could put into a Western perspective is they'll take the original source, a ton of pieces of the different source materials. Because Infinity War took the Infinity War comics, the Thanos
and then it'll shape them together, right?
The Thanos Quest comics and the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, and they just took different things from each of those storylines and put them together and made their own movie. That's probably what they're going to do. They're going to take bits and pieces from the webcomic and the manga and adapt it into a really good, solid story.
Yeah. Is it going to be like when they cross over with each other? That would be fun, actually.
It would be interesting to see them do something like the two versions of Saitama made each other.
I'd love to see Saitama fight Saitama.
Well, no, because the universe would end.
Maybe. Or maybe they wouldn't fight, even.
Because I've always looked at Saitama's power. I don't want to get into power killing. But I've always looked at it as if Saitama's power was just being the One Punch Man. Like, just as Superman can shoot heat from his eyes.
His power is to be overpowered, essentially.
No, Saitama's power is to beat you in one punch. Like, that's
I don't think that's his power. I don't think that's his power. But this is a conversation for another episode.
Yeah, this is a conversation.
I have much to say about this, though.
Topic ideas for these. Please leave them in the comments. We can always use
our ideas.
Yeah, you have something you wanted to talk about, we can do an episode on it.
Yeah. But if they don't adapt Super Fight, I will be upset. I mean, it had some of the best moments. It had some of the best moments from that section of the series.
Well, would that be in the season?
It would. It's before the end of this. It's before the Garo arc closes.
So what they could, I think it all depends on how they adapt it. Like they could easily just push it aside
because it takes up extra runtime. Yeah.
Or then they could do it later. Or maybe
it wouldn't work to do it later because the arc was interrupted at the end of it by one of the Monster Association monsters. Goketsu.
From what comic you mean?
No, this is in the manga. This is manga exclusive.
No. What I'm saying they could do is they could take the storyline from the manga and use it in something else.
Yeah, but then they'd have to cut out a whole couple fights with monsters from Saitama.
Tweak it so it's more standalone, so it's a little bit more standalone and can work, and make it into like a movie if they want to.
Yeah, but I don't want them to. That would be lame. Because I know enough material for a movie is the thing.
Yeah, well, or an OVA or something. They can do an OVA then.
I could see it as an OVA, separate, because it is separate enough from the main story. I just want it animated, man.
No, my whole thing is just that I just don't see a reason for them to stop the main story.
There's a reason.
I know, I remember the Naruto anime put that off.
Thing is, it isn't
they put off because Kishimoto in the middle of the manga, in between part 1 and part 2, just gave Kakashi a backstory. I remember the anime waited like 200 episodes to do it because there was nowhere where it fit.
Thing is, it's not necessarily filler. It's an arc that seems like filler, but it has a bit to do with the main plot. Because some of the characters get turned into monsters after the tournament, and then Saitama has to deal with the strongest monster after Suryu kills one of them.
But does them turning into monsters, is that in the webcomic?
No, it isn't. But as you said, the manga is like more official.
What I'm saying is they could remove all the manga original stuff and turn it into like an OVA.
Another thing is though that they didn't do that for other things in season 1.
True. That is also true.
They had their own original stuff for like Saitama and the Fries getting stolen. The best episode of the.
My whole thing is that people need to remember that this show is in a very unique position because it's almost like it has 2 mangas. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's actually one of the more interesting situations that an anime has been in outside of
with most other anime based on manga, I just say adapt the manga, expand a teeny bit on the canon to make like the fights cooler, but overall just adapt it page by page. Like that is your job as an anime studio, is to just animate this manga. Don't do anything else. But in this case, I can't really say that because they also have to worry about the webcomic.
It's mostly that the manga adds to the webcomic, but there's also a couple like differences.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole new character in the Monster Association bosses. I believe it's Nyan or something is his literal name.
I'm just looking. By the way, I will be linking We'll link the Crunchyroll article and the link to the wiki for JC staff in the description box down below. So if you guys want to check any of this out, you can. But something I want to bring up, just briefly, do you think this second season will be as successful as it was before? Because when season 1 came out at just the right time, when the concept of superhero anime was new.
Yeah, that's true, but
like, do you think it will do as well now they had stuff like My Hero Academia? Let's be honest, One Punch Man isn't the leader of this genre. If this whole concept of shonen superhero shows, My Hero's leading that.
Yeah.
Like, they're the godfather of this concept.
Yeah, but the thing is, if it's animated in a similar quality to season 1, then it should do just as well, if not better, because more people are getting pulled in over time.
And I'm going to be honest, based on the pictures I've seen of it, I don't know if that holds true. It doesn't look very good.
Are you kidding?
I mean, the one image we have of Saitama and Genos, the art looks rougher.
Well, I don't really have any opinions on that, is the thing.
But yeah, the art just, to me, it doesn't look as clean as the original did.
Thing is, that's just a still frame. That's just like a still.
Yeah, but it's a still
Can't
frame
really
and
judge it
showed
when
it to
it's
show
done.
us. You know what I mean? It's not like we went through and picked it out. That is like the image. They were like, this is what we want everybody to think.
Yeah, that's true. But Mob Psycho similarly doesn't look as good still as it does in motion. Like if
Right.
Mob Psycho was just if anime was just pictures like a manga and just like animated to be together, then Mob Psycho wouldn't be nearly as good as it is.
No, I understand there's something about the art style, but it seemed the original season 1 was very smooth and like not very it wasn't very hard. The line work wasn't hard and rough. It looked very HD and smooth and clean. This one kind of looked rough and sketchy. You know what I mean?
Not really to me. It more looks like, how do I put this?
It just looks different. Is what I'm saying.
It looks different, yeah.
And
I wouldn't necessarily say it's worse though.
No, but I think it makes it look a little serious, though, a little like. And I'm like, what made the original work so well was that it was very soft and smooth. And, it's the kind of art style you would expect to see out of a show that was about a guy trying to get a girlfriend. And then, bam, he beat somebody. That's what made it so funny when he, like, one-shot people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
the art style changes. Maybe they're just showing a specific picture of when the art style changes.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully, that's just the serious art style that we rarely see. Because in the original, we rarely saw that serious art style.
Usually we just see the more webcomic style of Saitama.
Yeah, but then when we get the manga one, when he like seriously punches nothing, the best example being the serious style, serious punch.
That's the coolest example, but the best example is against the Beetle guy.
Yeah, or the opening, probably the opening actually.
That too, but that's not really a fair comparison.
No, but I mean, like, he goes from like the webcomic style as he get closer into the.
Yeah, I guess.
Like when he flies into punch the logo. Oh, did you see the jam? It's doing the opening.
Oh snap! Really?
Yes, I heard on Anime News Network. I read on that, which I will also link down below. Jam is doing opening too.
Oh, sweet.
If you don't know, Jam are the guys that did opening 1.
I know.
I think opening 1 is I Am Hero. I believe that's the title.
I don't remember.
I will double check, but it's a really good song.
Yeah, I thought it was Set Fire to the Furious Fist. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, it was. It was Set Fire to the Furious. It was Set Fire to the Furious Fist. I think that's like
the hero set fire to the Furious Fist. That's what it was.
The hero, yeah, the hero. That's what people. That's the name.
Yeah.
But the full name is the hero set fire to the Furious Fist. People just call it the hero because that's too long.
Yeah.
But no. But I do quickly wanted to bring up the fact that do you think the wait was too long? Because I did a video on this on my own channel about 3 or 4 months ago, but I brought this up with Attack on Titan. A lot of people were dying for that season. They were super excited. They turned on the season 2, and they just didn't care anymore. Like their interest was gone. They were like, "Wow, this is boring."
Can you really say it's fair to compare One Punch Man to Attack on Titan, though?
Well, I think the problem is the same. There's a wait. Over time,
but there's a wait for everything. I feel like people will wait if it's good enough. I feel like season 2 of Attack on Titan was less good than season 1. Just in general.
I mean when I say, I mean people like myself. I turned on season 2, and I was yawning 15 minutes into episode 1. I was like,
was it even a recap episode? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't a recap, but I was just like, I just don't care. Like I'm just concerned that we're all gonna get into it. We're gonna turn it on, and we're all just gonna be like, I'm just not invested in this anymore.
I mean, sometimes it takes a couple of episodes to get going, but I don't think that'll be a problem for One Punch Man. It's just every episode has some action scene to it, right?
Yeah. I also think One Punch Man does have the advantage of being a comedy, meaning
Yeah.
as long as
There's always something to look for, be it
as
jokes,
long as you're getting at least one laugh
character
out of the
development.
comedy, it's worth watching. A
Yeah,
comedy only becomes not worth watching
if it's
when you're
not funny.
Yeah, it's like even if you're a little bored, if you're getting a chuckle out of it, it's doing its job.
That's true. So, did you notice that Saitama's VA has done other roles?
No, I did. I actually don't know who does Saitama. Let me check.
Okay, it's in the article.
Makito for Kawawa. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think. He is the
I'm looking him up. I'm
Saitama.
looking here right now.
He is. Oh, I don't recognize most
Oh,
of these people. He's in Haikyuu.
He did Utero. I don't watch.
He's in High School DxD.
Michael Diaz Day with I hear a girl did that. I'm really hot. I hear I need to watch that.
Yeah, I think Kill la Kill's better.
What's interesting is that he seems to be pretty new.
He's in Fate Apocrypha, One Piece.
Oh, well, what is he in One Piece? Oh, he's Zappa. Zappa?
Yeah, he's also in Fairy Tail, Dragon Cry.
Oh, you mean the garbage movie that I hated?
You mean the garbage everything is that Fairy Tail is?
Oh, hey. Zappa, that filler marine. That's who Zappa is.
He's also in a couple video games for anime: Fate Grand Order, The Idolmaster, Side M, Idolish 7. Let's see.
Oh, he was in a Super Sentai game. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, he was. That is pretty cool.
He was in Shuriken Sentai Ninranger. I believe. Do not credit me if I do not take Super Sentai. It's not my area. I am doing research on it for a video, but
I'll make fun of him if he's wrong. Don't worry.
But I believe Ninranger. I believe that is the theory that was adapted into the Power Ranger store in the Power Ranger season Ninja Storm. But I could be wrong on that.
Hey, he was in Digimon Universe too.
I had not actually checked out Digimon Universe. But no, what I do want to bring up about this guy that's interesting is that he's relatively new.
Yeah. I mean, 2012 is a pretty early time to get into the game, be it only one role.
No, but I mean, like, he's new. Like, he's definitely not a veteran voice actor like Nozawa or who is Vegeta in Japanese.
I'm gonna leave this one to you.
I don't know. I feel bad. I forgot. We were saying Nikal. No, Nikal's Vegeta. Nikal's Frieza. I don't know. I'm normally really good at this.
Not like one of the super experts. He's been working from 2011, and his first notable role is in 2012. But yeah, that's pretty new, honestly. Like, really.
Well, I think his first really good role would probably be being in Haikyuu.
Yeah.
That Haikyuu is like, okay, so you're not too involved in the YouTube anime community. There was like a couple of years ago on our Roger Bates channel, there was a shonen battle tournament thing. It was all the shonen manga and shonen jump competing against each other with all the YouTubers voting on what is better. Haikyuu beat My Hero Academia and Naruto. Like, people really like Haikyuu.
It's a sports anime, right?
Yeah, no, it's like an underground obsession in the shonen anime community. It's really weird.
I mean, I'd say that Achilles in Fate Apocrypha is pretty good too.
I heard that. One thing I want to check out, I'm probably going to check it out within the next couple months because JC Snap did it. That I've been meaning to check out it. I want to probably check out Revolutionary Girl Utena. Yeah, I've always heard that's really good.
Well, we'll have to check it out. Mainly you, because I don't want to watch anything.
Yeah. Well, then again, I'm also a loser that deserves to die. But I haven't seen JoJo.
Please make him watch JoJo.
Okay, how about that? Somebody donate $100 somehow, and I will watch JoJo.
I would be willing to pay $100 if I had it, just to make you watch the entirety of JoJo.
You give me $100, I will watch JoJo.
And all the other side stories.
If you give me $100, I will marathon JoJo in a week.
20.
What?
$20. I don't have 100.
I'm not marathoning the entire show for $20.
No, not the entire show, just the first 4
In
parts.
my defense, I had no problem with JoJo on a quality level. In fact, from what I've heard, it sounds like a really good show. But I
just have other things to watch.
I have other things that's just now more appealing to me. And honestly, it's just that it doesn't sound bad. It's much like Hunter x Hunter. It just doesn't really appeal to me. Like, I think Hunter x Hunter is a great show, but I just got bored. I wasn't having fun watching it, so I dropped it. JoJo looks like the same thing. I would probably think it's really good, but I would probably get kind of bored.
Okay, so I'm going to say something that might upset people. If you don't like fighting, I'd recommend skipping part 1 and going directly to part 2. And then if you enjoy that, go back and watch part 1. Part 2 is more brainy than part 1 in terms of the fights.
Well, I've always
less buff people just beating each other up.
Yeah, I've always said people who saw anybody from my channel who saw my 1 hour and 45-minute review of Dragon Ball Super know that I don't think it's good to skip things, and I don't think it's good to just watch things just for fighting. But I also don't think you should just skip something.
No, I'm not saying to skip it. I'm saying to come back. You'll miss a bit of context, but not as much as if you skip the other seasons.
Yeah. But isn't JoJo's like Power Rangers? Isn't it like a different cast?
It's a different general cast each time. Most of the characters are different, at least. Sometimes there's one holdover, but they're usually older.
Are they all in the same universe, though?
Mostly, up until the point. But yeah, we're just getting into the new universe.
It's kind of like Super Sentai, where it's like everybody was in the same universe for the first like 5 years, and then they were like, no more.
That's kind of it, yeah.
Yeah, Super Sentai, but what Toei's done with Super Sentai is incredible. With that thing is still alive.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty huge thing.
Well, I do think Power Rangers had a lot to do with it, though.
Well, yeah, if Power Rangers didn't come out, I'm sure Super Sentai wouldn't be quite as big as it is. But yeah.
Well, you
can't really attribute most of it to that, even.
You also need to realize Toei makes some money, because Saban will have to pay money to allow them to use the Super Sentai footage, so they're making money off of old Super Sentai shows after they finish making them.
Yeah, that's actually pretty incredible business right there.
Yeah, so basically, they make a show, they make all the money they can on it, then they wait like 3 years, and Power Rangers and it's adapted to Power Rangers, and they make more money.
All right, so we get that Toei are business wizards.
Yeah.
Do you think anything about season 2 looks disappointing?
I will say that the only thing I'm worried about is that I'm worried that the comedy won't work as well a second time around.
Oh, trust me, there's new jokes. Trust me.
No, I just mean on a vid. I'm concerned the studio may do something dumb and try to go for a lot of extra punching jokes. I know one thing anime studio loves to do is take a gag and use it for padding. They repeat the same gag over and over. Best example is in Naruto.
I have a better example, don't worry.
Sakura hit Naruto, like, I think a total of 4 times in the manga. Happened 3 or 4 times. It was funny when it happened, and it was funny because she did it, like, never. So when she did it, it was funny. The anime had her doing it every 5 episodes because it was good for padding, and by the 500th time she had done it, it wasn't funny anymore. Like, you can't repeat a joke 500 times and expect it to be funny.
Yeah. Another example of a joke used too many times would be in the English dub of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters series. The first season used the joke "Ghost of a Chance" 3 times in the first real arc, and it just, as much as I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And play the card game, a lot of things about the Duelist Kingdom really bothers me.
Well, the problem with that is just, it's common sense. If you tell a joke too many times, it stops working. It's why It's why when you see Deadpool for the first Deadpool movie for the first time, it is probably the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
If you go in knowing nothing about it and see it the first time, it will be one of the funniest things you've ever seen. But on a second viewing, it will be less funny because a lot of the kind of jokes they use in it don't work a second time.
Unless you've forgotten them and then rewatch it.
And like but even then, a lot of like stuff. But think about stuff like the Tsundere gag of the girl hitting the guy, but stuff like Tama one punching people, or Deadpool or then people calling people motherfuckers and chopping their head off. The reason those jokes work is because of shock value and subversion of expectation.
The joke for Deadpool is more that he's actually Spider-Man on the inside.
Well, no.
He's actually Spider-Man wearing Deadpool's cancer.
Dude, don't give Marvel any ideas for a storyline.
Shit, I just ruined everything, didn't I? And
they already have a Spider-Man and Deadpool book.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
For to switch Spider-Man and Deadpool bodies, because they'll keep it that way for like 2 years.
Don't switch their bodies, switch their jobs. That would actually be a fun storyline if they haven't done it yet.
For an issue, sure.
For maybe an issue or two.
No. Knowing Marvel, massive event happens across the entire universe. And all the characters switch your jobs and bodies and minds and personalities.
No. Just Deadpool and Spider-Man because they're
like
such good friends.
Event. There are multiple tie-ins. Like, Marvel would ruin that idea in a week.
I mean, DC did it with Batman and Spider-Man. That was fun.
Yeah, but DC doesn't do an event every 6 months.
You'd think that.
Marvel has been doing an event. Marvel had done 2 or 3 events every year for the past, 6 years.
Well, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that as long as they do it right.
Well, the problem is that when
they don't always do it right.
Well, the problem is when they do an event, they have to do tie-in, and all the other storylines stop and are interrupted. So no stories ever get told because an event happened, no progress is made, the event ends, they get 2 or 3 months to tell a story, and then they get interrupted again for another event.
Yeah. How many times has Deadpool How many times has Deadpool killed the Marvel Universe at this point?
I think twice. No, because there was one book, there was one Deadpool killed the Marvel Universe, and then they did other ones. They did Punisher killed the Marvel Universe.
No, just Deadpool. He's been killed by them, and he's done it twice. I know it's been done at least twice by him specifically.
I only know of one book called Deadpool Killed the Marvel Universe.
No, there's Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again.
Oh my God, you're right. That is a thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. We should talk about. Tell us if you guys wanted to talk about comic books next time. Then we can totally do that. But yeah. I think we pretty much finished off the topic of One Punch Man. I think it's next day.
One last thing. How hype are you for this compared to My Hero Academia Season 3 when you were hyped for that? And which is more hype?
Not even close. Because I have more One Punch Man is more of a fun thing. It's sit down, have something to drink, maybe have a peanut butter sandwich and laugh a lot.
And watch bad guys get shit stomped.
Okay. Well, what does this have? Chorodoki, okay, what does this mean for a character? Oh my God, where is this going? I gotta figure this out. I gotta read the manga. Who is Daddy Endeavor's son? Tell her, Turakoshi, tell her.
No, he's actually his wife.
Oh my God, you're a genius.
No, I'm not. Shut up. Don't do that. Don't compliment me.
No, but I think I have more investment in My Hero. It's being serious.
Yeah. And this is the real last thing, I promise.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to most in season 2 of One Punch Man?
Yeah. Tell us in the comments down below. If you liked the video, leave it a like. Make sure to subscribe. We definitely need it because
This is a new channel.
It's a new channel. We're trying to build a small following, and we're hoping to keep doing this. Maybe we should just quickly say that we're probably going to try to have some guests on here. Maybe some people that I know from the community and some people we know, like our friends in real life. I am sorry. That is my dog. I think he needs to use the bathroom.
Can I have your dog if you don't want it?
No, but so yeah, like the video you enjoyed. Did you have anything to say, Kyle?
If you haven't noticed, my profile picture is a cat staring at you.
Oh,
please give it a pet.
Okay, yeah. So make sure to follow. You can follow me. You can find a link to my channel will be in the description box down below. And you can, if you're finding me through this new channel by any chance, you can also follow me. You can also follow me, Nerd King 101 on Twitter, and you can follow Classy Raichu Kyle on Twitter as well. Our Twitter will be linked in the description box down below. And above all else, have a great day. Is there anything you have to say, Kyle?
Have a nice day, or don't. We're not your boss.
Yeah, that's a valid point. We're not your boss then.
Also, see you, everyone.
I just want to say,
no.
one punch.
Oh.